In this video, I want to discuss how philosophizing relates directly to well-being, and it does so through two main processes. One is through cultivating a greater sense of self-intelligence and self-awareness that primarily involves meta-cognition and developing our metacognitive skills. So thinking about how we think and also ourselves within everyday lives and perceiving within our own perceptions. So this component of meta-perception that encapsulates metacognition and which cultivates a greater sense of self-awareness, primarily through various processes, component processes, such as recognition, self-recognition, and a major process here that's important for metacognition, which is cognizance, and a general sense of self-knowledge within a particular perception or experience, and having that presence of mind. And another very, very important part of philosophizing that directly improves well-being has to do with psychological stimulation, particularly these self-stimulated thoughts and ideas, and organizing these thoughts and ideas, as well as engaging in the process of meaning making and connecting meaning making also to what we value and find meaningful, which also cultivates this meaningful processing and meaningfulness within our lives that benefit our well-being directly. So there's these two major components. One's working on our perceptual-psychological faculties, primarily involving more of this strategic thinking or planning and knowledge processes that help to improve our understanding of the world as well as ourselves, and have greater insight and knowledge in regards to ourselves through greater metacognitive skills that we can access through philosophizing and understanding the nature of ourselves and understanding the nature of existence and nature in general, coming to a deeper appreciation and understanding for the nature of things and how they work, how they operate, and answering some of the deeper questions, even just getting curious and pondering about it, asking why this matters and why this is important and what matters to the self, and in regards to the self, what is the nature of questioning and how that impacts life, and why that's valuable and important to understand. So it can help to contextualize things and really integrate our understandings of the self as well as the world into these more accessible forms that provide benefit to our everyday lives and moment-to-moment experiences. While psychological stimulation with regards to the philosophizing process has us engage more deeply with the meaning that's direct to our perceptions and starts to stimulate that, create activity within our perceptions and within various psychophysiological processes that develop further out and which influence and benefit us into the future across a variety of dimensions, which impact our perceptions, motivations, emotions, feelings, actions, and behavior, the meaning we perceive, as well as what we can do. It impacts our abilities. It can increase our knowledge, our vocabulary, our capacity to solve problems or make associations, and really broadens our wellness repertoires in various ways through influencing our perceptions, motivations, emotions, feelings, actions, meanings, and even ability through psychological stimulation. And we know that forms of self-stimulation and psychological stimulation in particular can also directly improve things like learning and productivity through the release of brain-derived neurotropic factor and nerve growth factor, which is a hormone that's associated with that perceptual process and activity that's occurring through our perceptual processes that are reflected in psychophysiological processes occurring in the brain and in regards to the nervous system, and which actively encode information into our memory networks, in which we make associations and can allow us to engage in the world in more creative and innovative ways through the connections we make through the active process of philosophizing and connecting bits of information and knowledge together to form new constituencies of meaning, and meaning that's also personalized and direct to the self and that's organic to the self through these philosophizing. So those are the two major ways that philosophizing can benefit us in everyday life, ultimately improving our self-awareness and self-intelligence through metacognition, but also benefiting us in various ways through the mind, body, and environment through these constituencies by engaging in this psychologically stimulating process of philosophizing. So that's all I wanted to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.